going on, man? My name is Marquise Harmon. This is Thinking Out Loud to Myself. And I want to thank you so much for sharing your time with me today, stopping by here and allowing me to do what I do best and actually to grow and develop in my process, in the process of my dreams becoming a reality each and every day. I want to assure you that when I bring you a segment, when I speak to you, I just want you to see how exciting life can really be. I dare to be an expert. I dare not to claim myself to be an expert of anything except just growing up and just developing and embracing each process to becoming the greatest human being I can be so that I can leave the largest social impact on humanity. Meaning that when I leave this earth, I will be remembered in the realm of perpetuity, a lasting and continual state of forever. You see, I'm from a small town in the Midwest by the name of Danville, Illinois. And in this small town, 40% of people live in poverty. And the culture here is poverty-stricken. The mindset here is poverty-stricken. You have people who desire to be more, but we don't really have the resources. We lack the education to really fulfill our dreams. So the old saying is, and if I may just flat out say that nothing good comes from this city. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm set out on a path to become the best human being I can be, trying to be the best servant I can be to the youth of this city, to those who have been affected by the prison system, to give them hope. Because when a man has hope, he has everything. His dreams are now his reality. And I just want these men to see, I just want these women to see who have been affected by the American prison system and the criminal justice system, that there is an opportunity for them to continually grow. It's a matter of taking step after step after step in the process. Many of us, we get so caught up, we get so busy and caught up in looking at the next man's pocket, we forget that I have gifts too. Sometimes we get caught up in looking at that purse and our desires become that purse. I speak not and I dare not speak to you as one who is counting himself out. Ladies and gentlemen, I claim to be the chief sinner. You know, what I can say is I'm growing, I'm learning. I'm applying simple and ancient principles into my life, into my habits, the way I began to think about myself, the way I perceive myself. I'm beginning to transform things in different aspects of my life. And along the way, I'm learning that there are many areas in my life that I lack discipline. The most important point of pressure here today. When you hear me say point of pressure, it's usually something you should probably write down, or there's a little tidbit or a quote that I've read or something that's seen, some principle. So 3 points of pressure today. First point of pressure is discipline. In my life, as I began to evaluate the previous few years of my life and I spend time intimately with myself, I begin to see there are different aspects of Marquise Harmon in his life and the life he was seeking that lacked major discipline. Confidence. I lacked confidence. I had no discipline. At times I could be too cocky and too arrogant, and at times I could be completely humble. I had no confidence in the balance of who I really was. I saw the different aspects. I felt the different emotions that raged deep down inside of this belly. And I didn't understand how to walk in discipline so that I could walk in my balance, so that I could live in my destiny and my divine purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, life is about simply living yourself, growing and living to the best of your ability, making sure that when you die, when you leave this earth, you have given everything that you possibly can. Tupac Shakur, man, I grew up on Tupac, man. My brothers had the big Sony tape decks, and when they would leave, I would go in their room and I would press play, and then, you know, I would stop and pause and write down the lyrics. But Tupac in an interview once said, he said, I may not be the one who changes the world, but I will spark the mind. Salute, my brother. I heard you. I felt you. Tupac showed me Tupac was a rebel. Tupac had that spirit of speaking his mind. Regardless of what you were saying about me or what you think about me, I'm going to speak my mind, and I want to let you know that I can do it in an articulate manner. And at this point in my life, I've learned some discipline. I've learned that in order for my dream which is to speak and to inspire, empower, and educate a few billion people, I have to write it out. I have to find the discipline to design my own dream. Salute to Cold World and Dreamville Records and J. Cole, man. To the movement, man. He's been very pivotal in really speaking up and saying what's on his mind and even crafting his music. Man, Forest Hills Drive was a classic. I checked him out in Indianapolis, man. It was amazing. But he says, this is my canvas. I'ma paint it how I wanna paint it. Fuck you, cause there is no right or wrong. You can't lose. This is your life. You get to design it the way you want to design it. It is your sole responsibility to go to war for this. This is what you want, if this is what you desire. See, you might see like rundown buildings out there. But I see the skyline, I see communities, I see workshops, I see schools, I see residential homes. I see my people in a better state in this city. But we have to find that discipline, one person at a time, after another, after another, after another step, after another step, after another step. And when we get knocked back a few steps, we have to remain disciplined and understand that I can only go back so far, because everything that I've learned has tactically allowed me to maneuver this life. So when I take 3 steps down, that just gives me an opportunity, what's called in sports and business as a pivot in a different direction, not giving up or letting go of my discipline or my direction, knowing I'm coming for that stage. This is mine. This is what I love to do. If there was no money, I would speak. I would present to each and everybody I possibly can. I could give the energy positive universe or positive energy. I can leave with the universe. I can help a person if I have the education, if I have the resources and the network to help somebody build their dream. Why wouldn't I help this kid attain his dream? He has a practical and a very sound market plan, a market strategy, and a business plan. Well, who am I to not help this person flourish? You got to plant these seeds of discipline in certain areas and aspects of your life. And over the course of time, I just actually finished a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And the book actually helped me think about finances, but it helped me more in the discipline and the use of my time. How I'm using my time. And I learned I waste a lot of time, so, every now and again. There are moments in life that I can be using to make something happen. Because the moment of right now seals your existence forever. I didn't say I just want to speak to 1 million people. I want to meet a few billion people. Why? Because the world only has 7. If I know 1/3 of people, there's no way I can be forgotten. Am I the chief of sinners? Probably. I got more problems than a few. I make dumb decisions at times. I just don't beat myself up over it all the time. I look myself in the mirror each and every morning I get up and I say, Marquise, let's go get it. Let's stop talking about it. 2016 is ticking. This year is my year. This season's mine. That's what everybody says. That's what social media chat's all about. That's what these videos are about. It's everybody's time. Everybody wants to be famous, but nobody want to put in the work. Nobody wants to learn their craft. I spent many hours of restless nights, many countless weeks up at night reading, developing my information bank, practicing, honing my delivery. I remember sitting in prison just 3 years ago in a room, in a space where I could not extend both of my arms, and I saw the world. I would further bring to you that prison is yet only a state of mind, and many of us are in a proverbial prison. But now, right now, wake up. In this moment, you go get what's yours. You wage a war. You prepare for battle. Nothing comes in between you and your destiny. No job. I don't need to become a slave to my job anymore. I've learned. I'm grateful for the experience, sir or ma'am. But now it is my time. This is my opportunity. Right now is the moment where I must seal my existence forever. Now is the time for change. Now is the moment when I become honest with myself. That was the moment where I began to step out and I transform. This is the moment that I give the universe the real me. I commit my resources, I commit my network, I commit my mental energy, my spiritual energy, my physical energy, I exert it to the cause. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in my life at 27 I have ever committed to anything. I don't want to be just a motivational speaker. I want to be one of the most influential people that humanity has ever experienced. When I die, I want the world to dance like Michael Jackson. Salute to the king. When he died, boy, all around the world they were doing tributes. Prisons in China, where choreographed dancers were inside the prisons, were dedicated to his life and his existence. He touched billions of people. He gave us a platform to think beyond right now, and he was a visionary. Regardless of what you may say or bring or accuse or prove about him, he made you feel a certain way. You'll never forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of us are never meant to be forgotten. You are not wrong for desiring a better lifestyle. This is your world. God and the energy of the universe gave you dominion over this world. Go seize it. Stop complaining. Stop finding excuses. Stop looking for a way out. Stop knocking at the door when the door has not opened. You see, I'm a hustler. And when I was a kid, I was young and dumb. We used to rob people from time to time. I grew up in the hood, in poverty-stricken mindset. We thought that if we took, we could accumulate. But the riches of the evil never last and endure. If the door is not open, I take you into the mind of a hustler, a criminal, an inmate inside the prison. If the door is not open, and it has not opened yet, why are you still knocking at the door? It's time to get through the window. It's time to become flexible. It's time to stretch yourself in ways you've never been stretched, because there's not enough space for you to just walk through the door easy. You have to be conditioned. You have to be prepared to take body shots. Life is going to try you on this journey. You got to be able to sustain yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Where there is no discipline, I can guarantee you, there's always disappointment. Your life is where you are, regardless if you are in a great place, regardless if you are with the least or you're amongst the greatest. Whatever your life is to you, that is to you, and that is because that is your responsibility. It is nobody else's responsibility to ensure that you grow and to develop. It starts with you. It starts with you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marquise Harmon. I reside from a small town in the Midwest in the United States of America, Danville, Illinois. A town they said nothing good could come from. I'm a man on a mission. I am rage.